Hello everyone, this is soooooo Studios, and I'm coming back from a very disappointing day yesterday, but I have found sort of a silver lining, because there's always a silver lining to everything, even this. And I wanted to sort of go through the sets and talk about, because yesterday I was really emphasizing the fact that the only saving grace for these LEGO sets are going to be the minifigures. So I want to go through, I want to list off the possible minifigures that I think could potentially save these sets, could resurrect them, could make them into something actually worth buying, and not just these dumb remakes that we've had over and over, just some humdrum whatnot. Like, it could be like stuff that could make this actually good. We're going to talk about that right now. Alright, so for the first one, set 75295, that's the Millennium Falcon Microfighter. I want to stand by this because I think this is the most logical thing for LEGO to do. I think it's the most likely thing for LEGO to do, is to throw in that Lando Calrissian figure we got in 2019, that Millennium Falcon. I think that follows the pattern, you know, you get microfighters from ships before, a year or two, and yeah, to put a figure in there that's really liked. I mean, we got Zori in that microfighter Y-wing. We got, you know, Hera in her microfighter. We've gotten some really cool minifigures that we could only get in expensive sets, and I think LEGO I think that's smart. I'm not that excited, as I said before, about getting another Millennium Falcon, but I think if they throw a Lando Calrissian in there, that would be a really cool and cheap way for people to get it, as I said before. Set number 75296, we don't know what it is. And I have a theory. The set 75296, the microfighter we don't know, and then set number 306 is the helmet that we don't know. They might have something in common. I want to say that the helmet we don't know could be the Mandalorian helmet. I mean, they did Boba Fett. They wouldn't have to do much difference, and I think it's pretty popular enough that it's so well. I think it might be the Mandalorian helmet, which would be really cool. That'd be really awesome. And so this microfighter, who knows? It might be a microfighter Razor Crest, and we might actually get a Mandalorian minifigure with Beskar armor. I think that would make, I think there would be some redemption there if we got a Mandalorian in Beskar armor in a microfighter. That'd be a super cheap way to get that. That'd be cool. I wouldn't be opposed to that. However, I don't know if LEGO's actually going to do that. This is just, you know, how I see next year, the winter at least, being able to be redeemed. Set number 75297, I really don't have anything to say. Tauntaun, AT-AT Walker, it's just going to be what it is. Probably just some minifigures we've had before. 75298, the 4+ Resistance X-Wing. This obviously is going to have Poe Dameron, a BB-8, and probably a First Order Trooper, some sort of turret thing, just like the first 4+ X-Wing that we got. I don't think that they're going to do anything special with these. They're not going to like give us new figures. It's just going to be a regular Poe and BB-8 and First Order Trooper, so there's really no hope for that one. But, I mean, who is going to buy that one anyway? Set number 75299, Mandalorian Hero Vehicle. Now, I went back and I perused through every single episode of The Mandalorian, and the only thing I could really think of for a hero vehicle would be the droid cart in episode 3 or 4. I mean, sort of, more so in episode 3, sort of a hero move, I'd say. I could also see it being that lava cart in the final episode, that boat that they were in the lava river. It could be that. I wouldn't pull it past them. Could be IG-11 on the speeder bike with the child. I could come with another scout trooper on his speeder bike, which I know a lot of people are saying, oh, how can they do a speeder bike for $30? Well, I mean, they did Ezra and Kanan's speeder bike, but they did 2 of them, and that was up there in price. So if they did like a really nice Scout Trooper speeder bike with an IG-11 and a child on the speeder bike, that'd be cool. Or a Mandalorian and the child on a speeder bike. I think that's also a possibility. Or, once again, it could just be something Season 2 that we don't know about, which, once again, as I said before, highly doubt it just because Season 2 isn't even out yet. And LEGO usually releases sets from TV shows after they release, unlike movies where they release them before the release of the movie. I'm still holding on to a little bit of hope. I highly doubt this, but I'm holding on to a little bit of hope that maybe Mandalorian Hero Vehicle is somehow Clone Wars related. Like, I have a slimmer of hope that could be related to Clone Wars. Highly doubt it, but I think that would also be a saving grace for LEGO. Now, the set 75300, the TIE Fighter. I think that the TIE Fighter is going to be Return of the Jedi TIE Fighter, specifically speaking. And I'll explain why, because it matches with the X-Wing theory that I have. We're going to get a new design Imperial pilot. If they don't give us a new design Imperial pilot, I think it's not going to sell well. And a new design officer, an Imperial astromech. I think 3 figures at that price and at that piece count. I think what would be cool if the Imperial officer that they give us is like an Admiral Piet. That would be really awesome. So if they throw in like some name character, or Moff Jerjerrod would be cool too. They did that with the droid Tri-Fighter several years ago. They added in that Palpatine, that new design Palpatine that we've never gotten before, just to up the likelihood of buying it. And I think that's what LEGO's gonna do. I think they're gonna put some name brand character in there, and I hope it's Admiral Piet or Moff Jerjerrod. Alright, the X-Wing. This could go 2 ways, and I'm going to say the first way because this is the one that I think it most likely will go, hopefully speaking. If you look back through the years at the last X-Wings that we've gotten, in 1999 we got Luke's and Biggs, R2-D2, and a Technician. In 2004 we got that Luke on Dagobah, the X-Wing on Dagobah, so we got Yoda, the Dagobah version of Luke, and an R2-D2. 2006 we got Luke, Wedge, Chewie, Han, Leia, and R2-D2. And then in 2012 we got Luke, R2-D2, Jet Porkins, and R5-D8. And then in 2018 we got Luke, R2-D2, Biggs, and R2-Q2. Now, it took LEGO almost 20 years to give us another Biggs. I think this next set, it's about time we got a remake of Wedge, because last time it was 2006. That was bad. So I think in this X-Wing, we're going to get a Wedge Antilles and his astromech droid R2-A3. And I guess if LEGO were to continue with their tradition, they'd probably add in a Luke Skywalker and R2-D2. Honestly, I don't care about Luke Skywalker and R2-D2. But if we get a new Wedge Antilles and a new R2-A3, we haven't gotten his astromech droid before, I think that would save the set. Because, I mean, how many people have a Wedge Antilles? And if you do have a Wedge Antilles, it doesn't look good because it's from 2006. So I think that would save the set. I think that would definitely do well. Now, if they do a Wedge Antilles and an R2-A3, I do think they throw in one more minifigure. If they don't go the Luke Skywalker R2-D2 route, they might throw in like a rebel officer. I don't think they do Admiral Akbar. We've had him a couple of times. I mean, they might do a remake of Admiral Akbar. I wouldn't be opposed to that. I think that would be kind of cool. Or they might throw in like a Mon Mothma, or someone like that, or maybe just a Mon Calamarian officer. You know, I think that they go along the lines like that, and I think that would be a smart move just to appease the fans. Now for the Imperial Shuttle, I've been doing some thinking, and I know what minifigure they could add that would make people go, ooh, I want this. I want this set. Even though it's going to be like downsized and whatnot, I would want this set if they made this figure. And they could make a Rebel Trooper, Han Solo, Chewie, Leia, whatever. I could care less. They could even be new designs. I could care less. The one figure I want out of the set, a Rebel version of Captain Rex. Now I know what you're gonna say. Nathan, we got a Rebel soldier in the last Imperial shuttle that looked like Captain Rex. Yes, it did. Had the beard, had the mustache. Yes, it looked like the person who depicted Captain Rex. But Lego didn't say it was Captain Rex. Like, I know this is a very murky line because, like, what other Rebel soldier had a beard? Okay, point taken. But, like, not a lot of people, I mean, some people made the connection, but, like, if you go to the store, you're just, like, a regular person who, like, you know, occasionally watches Star Wars and isn't, like, all about the lore and stuff. You look at it, it's like, oh, it's just another Rebel soldier. It doesn't give you incentive to get it. Lego hasn't, like, said straight out, oh yeah, this is Captain Rex. If they make a Rebel Rex, literally label it Rex, I think that would just be a really good selling point. And honestly, that figure that they made, I think they could have done better. Like, it, yeah, it had a beard, and I think they could have done a better job with that figure. I don't know. I think that would be a smart move. I think that'd be a very smart move for them to do. And I mean, I would get it. I would get it if they label it Rex. I would get that set, just so that I could have all 4 Captain Rexes Lego has made. The other path that they could take is like Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader, sort of like the UCS Imperial Shuttle minifig lineup there. They could take that route, and I don't know. I don't think they're gonna do this. And here's why: because we just got Darth Vader in the film room, final Death Star duel scene, and we got Darth Vader in the Bespin duel set. So we've gotten 2 Darth Vaders so far. If we get another one, I think that's pushing it, because it had to have arm printing, and if it doesn't have arm printing, I know a lot of people are going to be pissed. And I just think, I mean, the last time we got a Darth Vader, what was it, like his transformation chamber a couple years ago? And I feel like we need to spread it out more. I feel like Lego's going to spread it out more. So I don't think it's going to be those sets of figures. I think it's going to be just these figures again. I just really want Lego to make, like, just flat out say, this is Rex. This guy is Rex. Not just make a figure that looks like him, just actually say it. Are there going to be any other cool minifigures that Lego could add into the Imperial Shuttle that would make me want to buy it? Yeah. If they add in maybe like a Luke with his robe, camo robe, if they redesign those characters, that would be cool. I just really am focused on the Captain Rex. And for those people who didn't get the shuttle last time and didn't realize, oh, that trooper, that technically is Captain Rex. Well, if Lego just straight out says it, there we go, problem solved. Come on, Lego. You have potential. You have potential. All I'm given right now is just hope that we can have at least one of these. Now, I do have another theory for the X-Wing before I close this video. And back in my 2021 predictions video last summer I said that the X-Wing that they'd come out with in 2021 would be a Luke Skywalker, Force pulling the X-Wing out of the water with Rey there on Octu Island. That would match the pattern, because the last X-Wing we got had Biggs. 1999 had Biggs. The next X-Wing after 1999, 2004 had Luke, R2-D2, and Yoda. And it was that Dagobah scene. So if we continue the pattern, not saying Lego cares about this pattern or whatever, they might not. They might honestly just remake a Dagobah X-Wing with a Yoda hut. I don't think so, because that's a lot of downsizing if they add in a Yoda's hut. And they just had a Yoda's hut, so yeah, they probably wouldn't. They probably would just do the X-Wing. But they could remake that, or they could go what I was predicting all along and do an Octu Island X-Wing we get a ghost Luke Skywalker. which would be a really cool minifigure. Like that'd be a huge draw. People would definitely buy that. We get a Rey with her hood and like, you know, her robe outfit, and then we'd have a X-wing that would be just different. It'd be different from the rest of them, and it'd be a Luke Skywalker's X-wing technically because it is his. And I think that I'd like to stick with my gut that if they were to do that, they'd have some sort of holocron piece that they'd add into the set, and hopefully a feature where you could put that holocron piece in the X-wing so that Rey can fly to Palpatine. I forgot what planet he's on. I'm sure it's going to come to me later. But yeah, I think that would also be a really cool eye-grabbing set. So those are my minifigure predictions and like how I think this list could be salvaged. All right, everyone. Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe down below for more content. Click that bell icon if you haven't clicked that bell icon yet. And share this video with people so that they have, so that they might have a glimmer of hope of next year's Lego sets. Because I really think that if these are good minifigures, that could do it. That could really do it. And Lego, if you, I mean, what? It's September. If you haven't thought about this, please think about this. I think this is probably the best thing that you could do in order to keep people somewhat happy. Alright everyone, this is soooooo Studios. I'll see you all in the next video.